And we are back in the WHHI-TV Daily News. Well, November is National Homelessness Awareness Month, and here to talk to us a little bit about that is an associate from the Oliver Maynard Law Firm in Savannah. This is Amelia Stevens. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your involvement. I know it's been a few years that you've been involved with Union Mission, specifically Parker's House in Savannah, which is a place where women get back on their feet if they're experiencing homelessness. So tell us a little bit about why you got involved and your involvement again this year.
Yeah, so this is our third annual donation drive. Back before Parker's House opened, we started this donation campaign as a way to gather supplies to assist them in opening their facility and serving these women in Savannah. And we're so glad to be doing it for the third year now. We're really excited to see how generous the community will be. They have been so generous year after year, and we're really thankful.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's always really heartwarming to kind of see the community come together for something that's really so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about what Parker's House does for the women. You talked a little bit about before we started filming. That's like a 90-day program because it really is meant to get them back on their feet.
Right. Yeah. This is not a homeless shelter as you would typically think of. It's an emergency housing program or a temporary housing program. Serves 32 women at a time for 90 days. And during those 90 days, they are given mental health services, employment resources, transportation to and from their job if they're already employed or if they secure employment while they're there. But most importantly, it gives them a stable and safe place to sleep at night.
Yeah, and I think that's like a really good time frame, that 90 days. It's not too short, but it's not too long. Kind of gives them that stability that you're talking about.
Right, yeah, and the goal at the end of the 90 days is to have them exit homelessness and move on to another stable housing environment after that.
Right, absolutely. And so how did the women come to the home? Do you know how they get there in the first place? How they find that resource?
Well, there are lots of resources for people in homelessness in Savannah. Okay. And Union Mission as an organization does a lot for all different segments of that population. And Parker's House specifically serves unaccompanied homeless women in our area. And so Union Mission does a great job of outreach to the homeless population.
Kind of get them placed where they need to be. So you mentioned that the community obviously comes together with you to help with this drive each year. So if the community is looking to get involved, how do they do that with you?
Yeah, so we have an Amazon registry where people can go online. There's a QR code on our flyer, but you can also search Oliver Maynard Donation Drive on just Amazon's registry page. And that delivers the donations you purchase straight to our office. Or you can go out and purchase items yourself, such as cleaning supplies, undergarments, laundry supplies, bedding, paper products, things of that nature. And you can bring them to our office in downtown Savannah at 218 West State Street.
And so you mentioned a few of the items that are on that registry. Are there specific things, because you mentioned like bedding and things like that, are there specific things that really are more of a need? Because you know sometimes you think of food drives or different things, they get all one of, a lot of the same thing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit some of those things that are really important.
Yeah, it's all equally important. Union Mission comes to us and they say, these are the items that we need. In years past, we see a lot of undergarments, which are definitely needed in a variety of sizes as well. Cleaning supplies and things of that nature, just so that Union Mission doesn't have to spend their resources to get these things themselves.
Right. And is there a time frame in which you are taking these donations, starting now until the end of the November, or?
It's officially throughout the month of November for National Homelessness Awareness Month, starting next week. If you wanted to bring in supplies sooner, we would not turn you away, but officially our drive is November 1st through the 30th.
Well, Amelia, thank you so much for being here to share with us this great opportunity for outreach in the community, and thank you for what you've been doing for the last 3 years.
Thank you so much. Well, we just say thank you to the community. Every year we're overwhelmed at the support that we receive, and it's really heartwarming.
That's amazing. Thanks so much again.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a moment, so stay with us.